Hey, welcome to the Market Minute, the first Market Minute for 2020. Hope you had a great holiday and are having a fantastic start to the new year. A lot of the headlines right now are going to be talking about what's happening with the geopolitical situation. Obviously, again, lots of focus on Donald Trump. I mean, the impeachment proceedings before Christmas, and then, of course, now with the attacks in Iran and retribution, all this and that. One of the articles I snagged from the Financial Post, of course, talks about how's all this going to impact the market. And this was something that says the impeachment of Donald Trump and four other things that you can basically ignore if you're worrying about the stock market. The bottom line is that the market seems to be putting this all aside and just moving independently from whatever's happening in the political side of things. So that doesn't mean that we can move into 2020 and say, we don't have to worry about the stock market. We don't have to worry about our pensions, retirements, RSPs, and TFSAs. One of the things that's really important, I think, for 2020 is to take a step back and ask yourself, what are the defensive mechanisms you're putting in place to protect your long-term investments? Now, again, I want to emphasize, I'm not saying you should be worried about the stock market crashing, correcting, and all that. But again, having a few non-correlating assets inside your portfolio in one way or another will be a very good strategy in 2020. Again, we look at some of the headlines that are coming out. Canadians are living longer and it's changing the financial equation. This is an article from the World Economic Forum suggesting that Canadians may outlive their savings by as much as 10 years. Always have to be careful you don't get into fear mongering with these types of articles as scare tactics. But the reality is, I think now more than ever, we really have to start paying attention to how we're investing our money, where our investments are going, and how it's going to play out over the next X number of years as you move into your work optional / retirement years. Lastly, I want to really focus in on TFSAs in particular, tax-free savings accounts. Here's an article that says the best gift the government has given us, long-term power of TFSAs, has yet to be fully tapped. Two headlines I just snagged here. Basically, both of them are suggesting that Canadians really aren't taking advantage of the TFSAs. Quite often I'll ask somebody, so what's your money invest? And they say, well, I have it into a TFSA. No, but what is it invest in? And they don't know. Could be mutual funds, could be GICs. Quite often people will go down to the bank and just put their money into it. TFSA, but reality, that is just a vehicle the government set up to provide you a tax-free savings component. You can invest that TFSA into any variety of different products. It could be into a mortgage fund, could be into a REIT, could be into stocks and bonds, could be mutual funds. So again, I think this is a very important time to have this conversation. This year, the government has given us another contribution limit of $6,000 each. So if you've been fully qualified to invest all along since the TFSAs first came in, you could have, as a couple, up to $139,000 of contribution room to be able to put into a TFSA, which is truly a tax-free investment vehicle. So give us a call and let's talk about that, because I think that's an important conversation to have as we are sitting in January 2020 and the new year is starting. It's a great time to start it off right by having a TFSA conversation. Give me a call or send me an email at peter@peterkinch.com. Thanks and have a great start to your new year, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.